Hello everyone, and welcome to Tech Car Moon, where I talk about and review camera tech, gadgets and smart gizmos. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But today we'll be talking about what Apple would do for the 2020 iMac. Let's jump into it. The 2019 iMacs are a huge improvement on the previous generations, as we now get 6-core and 8-core Intel processors, good to great graphics cards built into them, as well as an amazing display offering 500 nits of brightness and a wide colour P3 gamut on both the 21-inch and the 27-inch. But there are a few things that Apple could really do to improve the iMacs. First of all, get rid of the base iMac. This shouldn't exist in 2019 or 2020. It comes with a 7th generation dual core processor, which only clocks in at 2.3 gigahertz. It's got an integrated graphics as well as a 1080p screen. And worst of all, we've got a mechanical hard drive. All of this for £1,049. For this price, there are far better options, and I'm not just talking about PC alternatives. If you're looking for an iMac for about £1,000 to spend, whatever you do, do not buy this iMac. That is the most important thing. If you do need to be in the Apple ecosystem, you're better off heading to Amazon and getting the 4K iMac there. Now, it is a previous model, however, you do get a quad-core i5 processor, a 4K screen and dedicated graphics. Make sure you go for the upgraded 3.4 GHz processor, as you also get the 1TB Fusion drive, which isn't as good as the SSDs that they're offering, but it is far better than the basic Apple iMac that they're selling at the moment with their ridiculous mechanical hard drive. There will be a link in the description below if you want to go grab yourself one of these. Moving on to the next model. It still comes with a 1TB hard drive, which for 2020, it should be at least a Fusion hard drive, or at least I'm hoping so, especially when Apple are charging £1,249. I would ideally like to see an SSD start for this price, but I know that Apple aren't going to let that happen. Also, Apple should add a 6-core Intel i5 processor to this model to start, and this would make this a very competitive product for creatives. On the 27-inch, they have the option for having user upgradable RAM, but on the 21.5-inch model, you have to pay £180 to get 16 gigs of memory, which is such a premium. On Amazon, you can find 16GB RAM kits for about £70. I'll put a link in the description below if you're looking to upgrade your iMac as well. But for 2020, I feel like they should either drop the price of the RAM upgrades that you can get on these iMacs on the 21-inch, or give the option for the user to do it themselves on the 21.5-inch models. Also, speaking about expensive upgrades, hard drive upgrade pricings on these iMacs are just expensive. For the 1TB SSD upgrade, it will cost you £450, which in stores you can find them for between half and a third of the cost. I'll also put some links in the description below for the 256, 512 and 1TB options if you want to do the upgrade yourself. On the 27-inch model, if you want to go for the Radeon Pro Vega 48, you have to go for the top spec, which is an additional £500, plus the £405 on top of that. So you're talking over £900 just to go for the top graphics card. Now, you do get a 9th generation Intel processor, which is nice to see, but I just don't think that this is worth the £500 premium to go for these for that Intel option. For that money, you can go for a Vega 64 graphics card and a Razer Core X Chroma, and grab yourself 16GB of memory, which I think will be far better for theoretically for the performance across most workloads. Now you can save yourself the £100 and go for the standard Razer Core X, but the Chroma does come with a slightly better 750 watts power supply rather than the 650. Of course, I haven't done my tests on this, so this is all looking at specs, but for example, having an eGPU will also give you some upgradability in the future if you need to get more power. Also, if you have a MacBook Pro or choose to switch to one in the future, you can keep using this. Let me know whether you agree about this point. Let me know if it's worth the upgrade or whether you think I'm right. Me personally, I would probably go for the eGPU, and then at least I've got the flexibility of using it on the iMac or on the MacBook Pros, but you may know from personal experience any different. Next up is design. Apple have stuck with this design for the last 6 years and it needs a refresh. I think you'll all agree that the Apple Mac design, the iMac design, still looks great today, but for 2020, it would be nice to see Apple come up with a design with a thinner chin and thinner bezels. Then it could take the iMac to that next level. Also, please, Apple, please do this one thing and come with a better webcam. 720p on even your highest spec iMacs is just no longer acceptable. Give us 1080p webcams. You have got I know you've got the stock, so just do it. Just do it. Everyone is asking for this. It is the most frustrating thing to see a 720p webcam on such an expensive bit of hardware. And lastly, a few points, Apple. Leave the ports as they are. If anything, give us Thunderbolt 3 ports, or give us more of them, I should say, but do not take away the SD card reader or the headphone jack. I don't care how courageous you're feeling this in 2020. Also, it would be nice to see Bluetooth 5.0 support as well, just for future-proofing the iMacs. But that's just a few things I'd like to see Apple change in the 2020 iMacs. But this is a discussion. Please leave a comment down below if you think I've missed anything out, or if you have your own desires on what you would like to see in the new 2020 iMacs. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're interested in any of the things that I've spoken about or any of the gear that I use, there will be links in the description down below. But for now, look after yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. Take care everyone. Bye.